Oh boy, here we go, Kenny.
Yeah.
Let's not get fired.
I ain't get fired.
Not get canceled time.
Won't get canceled.
Dave Chappelle special.
Yes, sir. He said nothing wrong.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wait. Before you go, Joe.
Okay, D.
Before you go.
Okay.
The following net set of views, thoughts, and opinions that are about to be shared with the audience are those of Jonas and Jonas alone, and they do not reflect the same views, thoughts, and opinions as the rest of the Friday Night Letdown crew. Now, back to the show.
Go ahead.
Whoa, shit.
That nigga put me on.
That's cold, bro.
That's cold fucking blooded.
That's
I like that.
I like
and look at his swag. Look at his swag. He know he done did something. Look at it. All right. Dave Chappelle special. I loved it. Did he say anything wrong? No, because it's so multi-layered. You have to watch it multiple times. If you are, if you are such a sensitive person to not understand that the man he's trying to level the playing field, and then he's trying to help bring comedy back, because I've heard Bill Burr say this before. It's getting to the point now you can't tell anything outside of a knock-knock joke anymore. Just because how we are as a society, this cancel culture, the internet, social media. And he's just he's leveling the playing field, because the way I see now with comedy is either a knock-knock joke or a motherfucking political joke, and there's nothing in between. And so it just fucks up comedy, and we're literally killing comedy off. And with this cancel culture that we're living in, we're just going to kill everything. We're just going to cancel literally everything. And to me, everybody on social media and everybody in comment sections, it's just a bunch of idiots with opinions, and everybody's opinion shouldn't be heard. You may look at us and say, you don't like what we do. Well, fuck you, and don't listen. Don't pay attention. But being from, we're kids of the 80s and 90s. You're not, but you are, but whatever. So we're kids of that. So when we grew up, once upon a time, we didn't have the internet. And so if you didn't like something, you just didn't fuck with it. That's simple. You just don't fuck with it. But nowadays, we feel that we need to engage in shit. That's why I fucking hate Twitter. And I love that joke he said about Twitter. We said Twitter's not a real thing. Because, you can just get engaged in conversations with people on Twitter, and you can't change nobody's opinion. Didi goes through the same thing with her TikToks and shit she makes with makeup and things. And people say, it's just like, you can't change people in the comment section the way they feel. So fuck it. So I love this special. And, the Daphne joke, that shit pulled at all your heartstrings. It's so multi-layered. You need to watch it multiple times. If you look at it the first time and you just so turned off and you just don't get what he's trying to do, it's like a master class.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's like it's a master class.
Like, look at us, man. It's for black men, right?
Okay.
And the thing about that is, with the Chappelle special, I think where the outrage is coming from is that he got in trouble the first time, during the first Netflix specials when he made the jokes about Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like, okay, a lot of the trans community and people that got outraged over that, they didn't. Some people were riding with Dave Chappelle. He had it. He has a right to free speech. He has the right to make his jokes. But if you're offended by it, you're offended by it. But with this one, what I would say is that he literally doubled down to the point to whereas I'm Dave Chappelle. I'm going to, this is his last comedy special for Netflix. And it's almost like, I guess the reason why the community is upset by this, because we kind of made our voice heard the first time, and then you pretty much doubled down on it. Whereas they're going to find a problem with that, because you're talking about a certain community and they kind of request, hey, can you tone it down just a little bit? And you kind of just basically say, nope, I'm going to do what I need to do. And that's pretty much what happened, in my opinion. So now, did I enjoy the special? I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, but I kind of see where if you get offended by it, then you get offended by it. But Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. They're talking about they want to cancel him off Netflix. You got some trans people that work for Netflix are saying that I'm no longer going to be supporting you, or I'm no longer going to be doing projects with you on Netflix. But at the end of the day, Dave Chappelle is basically throwing the gauntlet out there is, if you want to cancel me, try to cancel me. I'm not going to get canceled. Mm-hmm. I think that's basically what Dave Chappelle is doing at this point.
Yeah, he's bigger than that shit. So you can try it. And the whole way he tried to break down the joke with the baby, and the things he did, like he
opened
killed
up with that.
somebody.
Yeah, he opened up with it.
He killed somebody, but then and that we don't say nothing about that, but then you say a few words. Like words shouldn't be hurting people to that degree. That's one thing. I heard Michael Irvin say that once. He said the people who let words hurt them are the people who have nothing. And this Michael Irvin, so I love it.
Well, some of the jokes, I guess, is
they're a little edgy.
Offended.
They're a little edgy.
Yeah, they got offended by it. I can see where they're coming from, but still, it's kind of like where you go back to the point that you said. Don't cancel somebody. Just don't mess.
Just
with
don't pay
anymore.
attention to it.
Just
Just
leave it alone.
Just don't look at it. Like he said in one of the specials, motherfucker, you clicked on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like you came here. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's what we're getting at as people. Like if you don't like it, just don't fuck with it. Simple as that. And that's the best way to, that's the best way to quote unquote cancel some shit. Like, because when you say something, that's just giving more fuel to the fire. Any pub is good pub. So it makes no fucking sense to me. But he's trying to, like I said, he's trying to bridge that shit to the point where, to me, he's trying to bring comedy back to what a point you can say things. As long as we're like you said, as long as we're laughing together, that's it. So we got to find the humor in things. So I love it.
Hey, back to the point that you said, like I said, the quote Eric Bischoff, controversy creates cash.
Cha-ching. So there you have it. So D, what you got on Dave Chappelle shit?
I didn't like it. I like when Dave Chappelle actually said jokes like a regular stand-up. This was like a lecture with a couple of jokes.
Yeah, because he was more so preaching at the LGBT.
I didn't like it. His last three specials have been about the same thing. Oh, the trans community. Like, come on, man. Like, move on. Like,
he doubled down on it. That's kind of what I was saying.
Jokes.
Yeah.
I don't like to be lectured at. I'm coming to you for stand-up comedy, and I didn't like it. Like, I went back to watch his old stand-up, the Killing Them Softly. Now that's comedy. Now that's funny. That's
but
his
if
best.
you would have made jokes about the, you know what I'm saying, about the community, would you have laughed or would you have like, damn, man, like?
But he did like the whole show was about the trans community. Like, come on, man. Like, move on.
Yeah.
We get it. We get it. They're trying to cancel. Okay, move on. He stayed on that for the beginning of that stand up. It was fine. Okay, he getting back to the old stuff, and then that halfway through for the rest of the whole stand up, it was about the same thing. I was like, I'm straight on that. I ain't like it.
Well, like I said, one thing about Chappelle, he's to the point now where he can set his own rules.
He can say what he want to say because he don't care. But basically, you got to goddamn give him his flowers at this point in his life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you had the whole Chappelle show. Like, you went to
and took a loss.
Personalities, all types of stuff. Like, you got to give him his flowers. So, like, at this point, he don't care. Like, but he gonna want everybody to be rocking with him. So, to the gay community, he going to try to expound information upon them. Hey, I'm not with y'all, but hey, y'all can listen to me. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Now what the trans community is saying is that they supported him because he walked away from $50 million. And the point that he walked away from, to whereas he felt that the higher ups in the board meetings or whatever were laughing at him instead of laughing with him with his jokes. Mm-hmm. And so they're basically trying to make the point that, okay, you're getting down on us, and that's what they're trying to tie. They're trying to tie into the reason, you walked away from $50 million for jokes that you felt offended you because people were laughing at you, and now you're doing this to us. That's kind of how they're trying to bring that point to him, which I can understand that. That's a good point, but still, it's almost like you said, comedy at this point can either be political
or not jokes.
That's it.
Like,
you can't offend anybody.